Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Jillian. We've talked to you when the show premiered, and this is kind of like a follow-up. We have to say, I binge-watched it. I DVR'd it. I watched it for 4 hours last night. I love your show.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You need an assistant to an assistant, though. You did not strangle her.
I know.
I don't know how you held out without violence on your assistant for missing plane flights.
Oh my God, man! In all fairness to my assistant, she thought the show was going to book my daughter's ticket, and we couldn't. Of course, the producers didn't want to air that it was a miscommunication with the producers. But what she should have done was get the confirmation number, and I was like, dude, this is where you dropped the ball. You should have had the confirmation number. You needed to verify that my 5-year-old was sitting next to me. And, so, yes, no, I wanted to kill her because it was an $8,000 mistake, I'll have you know, because it was Fashion Week in New York. Mm-hmm. So try buying a ticket during Fashion Week in New York for, last minute. It was, oh, God. She's a good kid. I didn't kill her. And you see that on I wanted to kill her. I almost killed her, but she did manage to survive.
Now, I like that you worked very hard for the lifestyle that you have, and one of the problems was somebody wanted you to buy patio furniture for like $40,000.
I know.
Did you end up getting that?
No, I thought that was clear. I thought I made that clear, and people have been tweeting me, and they're like, what's wrong with you? Why would you buy the patio furniture? I'm like, did you not see the part where I said you'd have to be an a-hole to buy the patio furniture? And we must have. I guess we didn't put it because at the very end the designer's like, you're gonna love it, and I was like, yeah, right. And I guess people thought that when he said you're gonna love it, I agreed to buy it. No, I would never. I was like, this is so gross and absurd. And it's kind of antithetical, right, to what E is about.
Right.
But they've been so cool about it. They're like, they just let you be who you are, and that kind of stuff is just gross. I find it just gross. And as people think, oh, you're successful, and they try to take advantage of you, or they think you're stupid. And you get a little insight into it. It's fairly funny. And no, I did not, and would never spend $41,000 on patio furniture.
$5 for a gallon of milk, but not the patio furniture.
And the thing is, I get when you're like, all right, I'm lucky, I can afford organic food, I'm very blessed, and yes, I'll buy the the $5 gallon of milk. But if someone comes along and says, well, this milk has traces of gold in it, and it's $20 a gallon, that's when I'm like, you're an a-hole. No.
Well, as mentioned earlier, we talked to you when the show premiered, and I said, Jillian, I'm doing everything I can to lose weight, and I switched to diet soda, and you went blah, 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 like that.
That's the worst.
And I want to let you know I quit diet soda, too.
Oh, my God, that's so great.
I'm trying.
Good job.
Well, I was really, I'm a guy, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch the Jillian Michaels show, but I loved it, and I think all guys should watch it as well. What was really
funny, a lot of men whose wives have been putting it on end up tweeting me, and they're like, oh, my God, you're like the female version of me. Because as crazy as this sounds, every relationship has their dynamics, right? And I tend to fall into the more masculine role in that, I always have to be the bad cop. I'm the traditional breadwinner, which I don't want to offend people. This is just the dynamic of our relationship, and for some reason, a lot of men end up identifying with me, and a lot of women end up identifying with Heidi, and it's quite funny.
Yeah, that's how I felt
I'm glad
too.
You watched it.
But you did a speaking tour in Europe, and then they had a meet and greet with you, and the amount of people that you touch their lives. Does it ever you never get sick of hearing that, do you?
No, you would never, right? I mean, that's the great part. That's the part that you love about your work, is that feeling of being connected with other people. And that's the goal of the show. The goal of the show overall is for people to watch it and feel like, we're all in this together, while, of course, laughing and being entertained. But I've seen so many tweets that are like, oh, my God, I was dying laughing. Oh, my God, we're all in this together. It's just, because life is crazy. Life is chaotic. Life is imperfect. And it's about the humor in that. And so when people come up to you and they tell you their stories, especially the success stories, right? Who doesn't want to hear, I lost 50 pounds, I left a dead-end job, I got out of a bad relationship. I mean, that's that's what it's all about. It's about those, the fall downs and the get back ups.
One of the things you are working on, which I couldn't believe that nobody figured out how to do, is kind of like, as you said, a Netflix for exercise. How does one get a hold of that?
Oh, it's super. It's called Fit Fusion. You just go to fitfusion.com, and we have like 300 plus hours of workouts with top trainers from around the world and all different modalities, whether it's boxing, yoga, boot camp, weightlifting, etc. And it's on demand, so any device, any place, anytime, anywhere. We just did a deal with AT&T Uverse. It's on like Xfinity. They were in like a bunch of different homes through different cable, Roku, all those different animals. But if you don't have the Roku or the AT&T Uverse, just go to fitfusion.com and you could use it on your TV, your computer, your phone, everything.
Jillian, you are everywhere. You even have a podcast I didn't even know about.
The podcast is a gong show. The podcast is honestly just a sliver of what the actual television show is like, and it's nice, right? Because you can just be unfiltered. There's nobody editing you or cutting you down or changing the message. But in all fairness, on the TV show, it's pretty much the same. We've got great partners in Studio Lambert, who are the producers. Great partners in E. And they let me be. They don't manipulate things. They don't create fake storylines. They don't make things wrap up nicely. And that's what I love about it. It's all raw. It's all authentic. It's all real. And I think that's refreshing.
Now, did you get to take a break and watch the Super Bowl?
This is going to sound so terrible. I watched the halftime show.
Okay, that's okay. Did you like?
I don't. We don't have a team in LA yet, and I don't care.
It's okay. It's a good answer.
I was like, hey, the Broncos won. Whatever. I don't care. I was like, Broncos, Carolina. Who cares? To me, I'm like, it doesn't matter to me. I have no dog in that fight. I need a team. When I have a team, then I'll care.
What did you think of the halftime show? Can we get Jillian Michaels' opinion?
I loved it. I thought it was awesome.
Okay.
I really did. My kids were going crazy, dancing and singing, and I thought it was fantastic, personally. So, who's not going to love Beyonce, Chris Martin, and Bruno Mars? I thought they were incredible. And I love the throwback to previous halftime shows, and I thought it was great.
And then you were done. That's it. I'm back to work.
I was done. I know. Then I was like, okay. Yeah, it's time to put the kids to bed, time to read the bedtime stories, time to get geared up for the week. Yeah, what are you going to do?
When can we see the show for those who have not watched on E?
Tuesday nights on E at 10 p.m. Or you can, honestly, it's on demand, DVR.
Check it out. You won't want to miss it. Jillian, thank you so freaking much for talking to us again.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.